Uh,
Oh, Nameless is going to be in for quite a show today.
oh boy. Well, the only two things I'm going to point out is during the bar, you see an old lady flanked by two very heavy-set bodyguards wanted to Emso's bar. You recognize the old lady as Mrs. Brooksmith.
And that was the woman who
That
invited
was the one that was the rival for the steel production.
all the rival for steel production. Okay.
The one we're putting out of business. Got it.
Eh. She just looks at me like, so this is the place it comes from. Hello, can I have a menu, please?
And since Kiri's not here, I'll probably be helping. I'll be like, sure, ma'am, here you go. And I'll hand her the menu. If you'd like to take some time to look over, but if you're already to order, I am ready to write down.
Yes, I'll take this, this, and what will my bodyguards need? Oh, you want this? Oh, no problem. Oh, no problem. No problem, dearie. I'll pay for it. And she pretty
All
much
right.
orders pretty much the most expensive stuff in the menu.
All right, ma'am. I could take that menu back. Give us some time. What about drinks? What are you interested in? What can I help
Uh,
you with for drinks? And I'll hand her a
Ironically,
menu of drinks.
I wanted to come to this bar, but technically, I'm sent for a husband on business to make sure our rivals are on the up and up, if you will.
Oh, okay, ma'am. We
Rivals is different since I specialize in metals designed for war, and he specializes in metals designed for civilian activities.
all right, ma'am. Well, if you would give us some time, we'll get your order out. If you need anything else, please let one of the waiters know. We'll be able to help you out.
I know, just 3 waters will do just fine.
Absolutely, ma'am. Be right back. And as I'm going into the kitchen, I'm just gonna make sure I'm not seen, and then I'm gonna get on my little earpiece. William, are you there?
What do you need?
Your business rival in the steel manufacturing is here in town.
Oh,
Apparently, she wants to see what's on the up and up, I guess. She's here at Enzo's Tavern. She's just ordering some food and is gonna eat here for a bit. I think she wants to meet you soon. It's just her
well,
and two bodyguards.
that's fine. If she wants to reach out, I'm not going to stop her.
And as that happens, with my level 12, I now get 24 for God, the dice rolls are just fucking so with the help.
They just don't like you.
I
Okay,
guess.
I'm gonna say that's the bodyguard's food. Let's see how I roll for her food.
Yeah. Alright, her food. Yeah, because the bodyguard's probably ordered 31 for her.
All right, well, the bodyguards take the food, and well, they're not exactly slaves like the Fleur families, but they're like,
It's
it's not that
good.
bad, but we're not
24 is
going.
an excellent meal. You still in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Uh,
yeah, but
But a
I
31 for her
yeah,
is really
but unlike the Fleur family, the bodyguards did have some upscale meals as well.
that is true. Remember, Seawell, I was working with slaves. They had
yeah.
like rotten meat and like rotten fruits and vegetables. When I made them their meal, it was probably like heaven.
But
So yeah,
Mrs. Bricksmith is happy. Like this is the quality I expect. Thank you.
and I'll give her a bell. I will make sure to tell the chef that, ma'am, that you said that. Can I help you with anything else?
No, no. And she
All
looks
right, ma'am.
across the table, and she works around the bar like, I guess he's here as well. I can't be helped. that asshole. He points it around here. Is the is the lawyer from is the freaking lawyer for for the Ford family. Guess he wants. I guess he wants to bail them out. I guess he wants to bail them out.
Yes, if I do remember, the trial is going to be started soon.
Yes, it is.
I've
Uh,
heard that
that's
security.
the second reason I'm here because I want to see the circus for the trial. These you seen us at the mansion. I'm not exactly a fan of how they carry things, but we need their transportation and methods. Especially since they specialize for traveling through war torn and third world countries. Eh, anyway, thank you
Well,
very much. My compliments to the chef. I will I'll leave you be. And they
yep,
happily eat their food.
yep, and I will uh, just head back to the kitchen. And I'm guessing, Ty, as the trial is nearing its date,
Yeah.
I am gonna I am gonna guess that I was like me and Sewell or me and William were talking, and like the gearman that we have here at home, which mind you is not a lot, but it's over 700. We have 700 gearmen just in the city. I'm gonna guess security is gonna be very like we tightened up security. Basically, like when we had that massive meeting with the king and the president, we just set up not near the same barricades, but enough to where people don't do anything stupid, and just the prisoners are fully guarded. Like the military's out in full force for this because this is a big trial.
I assume so, yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. Yep. So it'll be like extra guards at the gate, more Roman patrols. The Jaegers, which are 32 now, there are 32 Jaegers. They're going to be like in teams of two. Actually, no, teams of four, and like they're just going to occupy rooftops of several buildings and basically set out a full Overwatch. So 4 snipers per rooftop, and they're just overwatching the whole thing.
Jesus Christ! I just something a little unrelated. My mass relocation unit, my little portable bag of holding thing, Leaf.
Yeah.
It stores 1,250 pounds worth of equipment now.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And yeah, and yeah, that's also why the Paladin trio is also here as well, if you haven't noticed by now. I said your favorite Paladin trio is here as well. Because because they know there's gonna be some shit going down and currently they're the only ones that they're gonna trust each other.
Yep. Well, with that, I'm gonna leave
Yeah?
myself to
Oh, okay, I'll
uh
get you one.
oh, leave myself to from the kitchen after
You
I'm
want a
done
big
with all
mug?
my nameless.
Okay, regular cup. Yeah.
Nameless,
Name
hot
is
mic.
Let's see what was it. Oh, and after I'm done with all my kitchen duties and everything, then I would probably head to the Gearman barracks or headquarters, really, and make sure all the preparations are still good. Our military presence and security and everything of that. I'm gonna make sure to check that, and I'm just gonna take a walk around the town. I guess our town has grown quite a bit, so my guy's just gonna walk around the town and using his knowledge as an assassin, he's going to look for several areas that might be used in case people want to try to free them.
ooh, roll me a roll me a check. I was about to say observation check like an idiot.
Perception.
Investigation.
Oh, investigation. Let's see. Yeah, investigation. That's perception. 36.
Ooh boy. Well, not only found things, people get ambush sinners, if you will. You all found that a couple of them are are look are looking at, but you could tell that Mrs. Flora's mercenaries. Sorry, the Flora's mercenaries. In other
So
words,
her
that Laura
mercenaries,
did not come alone.
are they just with that lawyer? Or are they like occupying certain areas? Or are they just
Occupying certain areas. Though obviously there's one there's one like very like heavy heavy set Scott Steiner like mercenary by the lawyer, but you see like the other ones like spread around to make sure that nothing goes wrong.
yeah?
Or or
It-
or to make a quick escape wherever the trial may head to.
Yeah. So seeing as I see now, these sorry, these mercenaries occupying certain areas illegally. I'm gonna start getting some getting some gearmen together, and we're gonna make sure we're gonna root them out. Tell them either they need to move to where they need to go, or they're illegally occupying city areas.
There's another
And I
option
will
on the table.
I'll let William know of this situation. I'll say,
There is
William,
another
are you?
option on the table.
Oh,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
so my guy's gonna radio be like, William, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Did a quick stroll around the city. Final security preparations.
Mhm.
Something you might need to know. Some mercenaries working for you know who have occupied a couple areas around the city. They've just been standing there, but it's areas with good ambush and extraction points.
Mm, that's not good. I have a way,
No.
though, to short circuit their plan.
What do you need done?
Well, the king is obviously very concerned about the security of his kingdom for this upcoming trial. He could put a writ in place that restricts the having of weapons in public or concealed for people who are not members of his guard or the gearmen.
Hmm.
That will also put your three paladin friends also without weapons. Which means only
With
you
exemptions being granted on a case by case basis.
okay. I'm about to say because in that
Yeah,
case the only
there's always such a thing as an exemption being granted,
yeah.
and the king obviously could grant to those paladins.
I'm
So
just saying.
Yeah.
yep. So an emergency royal edict is released, noting a temporary restriction on the public carrying of weapons for those that are not members of the Gearmen, not members of the King's Guard, or those that have gotten permission from an office established by the Crown that will be temporarily staffed by a joint Gearman and Royal Court group, i.e., we backdoor way to control who's allowed to have weapons inside this kingdom.
So
So Steelsmith and Bloodpike will still have the weapons.
Yes,
Since
they'll get a
technically
permit
Alcir
they'll
is
get a permit very quickly.
since technically Alcir is part Gearman, so but
Well, remember, we also have the drone instructor from hell also training.
yeah, that's our
Yes,
that's
as I
Alcir.
said, those that are under the employ of the Gearmen would get basically the expedited process. Basically, we can overnight it for them with a
okay,
condition. So long as they work with the Gearmen, they can still
okay.
be armed.
I was just about to say, like, do I need to give my weapons away or something like that? Because
No, no, no,
I'm
no.
not.
You're
You
employed.
you can still own your weapons. You'd have to keep them in your house right now.
Well,
Or-
actually, no. Nameless can carry because he is employed under the Gearman. He works as the
yeah.
director
Yes.
and trainer for our medical.
Yes. So basically, now we're restricting who can have access to weaponry as a temporary measure for the trial, of course. It totally won't become a permanent law,
Oh boy.
citing reduced crime rates or something.
And later on, you see that Scott Steiner, mother, you know what, telling telling all his mercenary buddies, hey, there's a new order restricted. You gotta keep your weapons in the hotel. Note that he's not carrying any weapons, so obviously he doesn't need
Yep.
weapons.
Next, what I'm going to do is
But the rest of his buddies do, so they go in it, eventually filing two by two to put their weapons away.
Yep. So now they're unrestricted, which limits them to magic, but there are ways to counter magic as well. Yep.
Also, the Gearmen will, as they're doing their patrols, they see any of these mercenaries out. They'll say, "Hey,
Stop
we're
questioning
gonna,
Brisk. Stop
yep,
questioning Brisk under the king's orders."
yep.
Oh boy, let's see how many you actually capture before they return their weapons to the hotel.
Some of them
Well,
didn't follow the
obviously, there's
rules.
going to be there's going to be a grace period.
Well, if there's a grace period, they're not stupid enough. They once their command once their
Yeah, basically the edict goes
once the
into effect.
commander tells them, they're like,
Days.
okay,
Yeah.
and they file like go to separate. You know, they use separate hotels to make sure they don't stand out.
Yep.
To pretty much put their weapons away, and well, obviously the only thing you have to deal with is magic,
Yeah.
and this giant rustling motherfucker.
And we all know how wrestling and boxing do versus machine guns, a la Boxer Rebellion. The Marine with two medals of honor, man.
Yeah, he has a couple tricks up his sleeve to at, his job isn't to attack you, his job is to defend his client, which is the lawyer.
Yep.
All right. Well, with that now, I want to make sure all their preparations besides that are done after the mercenaries. Do we have any during the time before the trial? Do we have any other problems with the mercenaries now? Have some of them some of them been caught with weapons, or some that have refused to be stopped asking first? Have we had any trouble with them? Any of them causing major problems for our gearmen?
I'm gonna say there's at least one standout. Like obviously, obviously they're the rookies on the they're the rookie.
Oh, what was this? So what? Did they refuse? They have a weapon on them, or what did this
No,
rookie?
they just start tucking down citizens.
Can't
Like
have them.
believe like he's only been on Fleur Island, so believes that anything that's not him is beneath him.
So it's being a massive jerk and being a general nuisance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll think about it.
We'll get Leaf. Grab him on like a nuisance charge, because you
Oh,
know
yeah.
he's going to resist. So
Oh, yeah.
go for littering, go for disturbing the peace, whatever.
Oh,
you
I'll
can
get
think of.
I'll get disturbed with the peace because he. So yeah, Ty. So where is this dude at the moment?
Center Square.
All right, is he by himself or with some others?
By himself.
All right, so I am going to arrive with 4 gearmen behind me as we're doing our patrols,
Like,
and we'll come over.
what do you want?
Sir, we have received several complaints and calls about you in terms of disturbing the peace and disorderly conduct. I need you to turn around, place your hands behind your back. You are under arrest.
For what? I'm just telling people how it is.
Sir, if you do not do this peacefully, we will have to use force. And I do not want
Ah,
to have to use force.
fuck off. As he starts to walk away.
No, I'm gonna have 2 gearmen start moving over to block him, and the other
we
2.
can also test the new taser sticks.
Oh yeah, and yeah. One of them has. Oh yeah, I forgot. See, well, yeah, you made tater sticks.
Yeah, for the riot control guys.
Launch your mic,
Yep.
and
Sorry.
yeah, one of the. So as the 2 gearmen move in front of him, one of them is gonna come up behind him, that taser stick, and bam, right in the lower back
Oh
with
god,
the
give
taser
me.
stick. What would that be, Seawall?
I don't fucking know. I haven't mass produced. I haven't really come up with stats for these things. I'm just imagining, this is a basic NPC. This isn't meant to be a big fight. So I'm
Yeah,
assuming
it's not
he goes down.
not meant to be a big fight.
Yeah, he just
So
goes down after a couple of zaps.
Yeah.
let's see
Uncle
how
So
many.
as-
Let's see how many
Uncle
zaps.
Lightning.
Let's see how many zaps. So it's
Yeah.
pretty much no armor class because they're not stupid to wear like their full armor. So
Yeah.
he blocks the first one. Second one he goes down though.
Oh, resisting.
Yep, resisting arrest.
All right. So as that second taste comes in,
Yep.
me and 3 gearmen are gonna fucking go in and just fucking pile onto him. Try to get his hands behind his back, stop resisting, all that stuff, and we're gonna make sure at least the people can at least hear it and see the conduct of this mercenary. As you know, we're
Keep it clean. Keep it clean if you can.
oh yeah, we're making sure we get him, and then as soon as we arrest him, we'll call in for steam wagon prisoner transport,
Yep.
and I'll look at him, be like, "That was a very dumb decision, sir. Now you're also charged with resisting arrest." And when he blocked that taser, did he also hit the officer, or did he hit the gearman?
He soldier checked them.
Oh, assault! All right, so I'm
Assaulting,
gonna say, all
assaulting an
right, sir,
officer of the law.
you're arrested for disorderly conduct, resisting arrest, and
Assaulting an officer.
assaulting an officer. And we're gonna make sure we get all of his inventory. So we're gonna make sure all of his, basically check his person, see if he has anything on him illegal, and then calling for the steam wagon prisoner transport.
Not
Yep.
only that, but you can also throw an obstruction of justice charge on that too. So.
Oh boy. The only thing you notice is by a distance you see that Scott Stein mercenary just look him dead in the eyes and just shake his head. And you see that dude's face filled with fear, like I'm going to die the second they release me, aren't I?
Oh, perfect.
Sir, that is up for the
No,
court to decide.
no. He's thinking in his head.
Okay.
He's going to die the second they release me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
He's
about to turn stool pigeon.
because they play no games.
Okay. So he's brought to basically the precinct house at this point because we probably have built one at this point.
Yep, and yeah, Seawall, do you get a we'll mention, so like maybe you hear passing of a one of the mercenary dudes resisted arrest, assaulted a gearman, and disorderly conduct.
Yeah. Obstruction of justice. You're layering on the charges. You're just layering them.
As I'm just getting everything done, writing the report. I'm just gonna look at the dude as he's like arrested, and I was
in a panic, he also tries to punch a couple of our gearmen, just to add more time to make sure that when the trial's over, he's still in jail and therefore safe.
So as he tries to assault a couple more gearmen, more taser prods are gonna hit him.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see how many hits successfully.
Yeah.
Oh,
one hits, 2 hits, 3 hits.
Oh my god, yeah. So I imagine he swiped at one of their arms, or tried to push them, and then just
Yep.
3 tasers.
Yep. Zap, cattle prod, man. It's a steampunk cattle prod.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna look at him as he's on the ground with like Gearman just holding him down on the ground. I'm just gonna crouch down and look at him. Son, you're really stupid, aren't you?
Trust me. It all makes sense after my boss leaves. I rather spend a couple months in jail than that.
Hmm.
Before
I'm,
before he
I'm,
passed
I'm
before he passed out from electrocution.
yeah. I'm gonna look at the Gearman. Say, if he wakes up, uh, actually, I'm gonna call up Nameless. I'm gonna have a Gearman fetch Nameless.
Uh,
So Nameless,
And I
where are you
assume
at
you're
the
just,
moment?
in honesty, probably in the middle of training when waiting for my free time to come on for making the ice cream become a reality.
Yep. So Nameless, as you're probably getting the lesson plan for them, you're gonna see a Gearman come in and say, says that you are required at the. It's a jail, right, Sivo? Like our new
it's a
improv jail
precinct house. We have a precinct house.
precinct.
Basically,
Your
where the
your
Gearman
presence is
patrol is set up.
requested at the precinct house.
So out of character, this is new, right? The precinct house.
It's probably been. It's one of those things that I'm kind of hand waving into existence because likely as the town built up, we would have moved the Gearman from operating out of the castle all the time and making the castle a bit more secure and
Okay,
secretive.
because I was just about
Yeah.
to, if Coach would know, but like know what a precinct is exactly. That's what I'm.
Yeah, you would probably would have seen it in your walk through town. It's basically where a lot of the Gearmen that are doing their patrols
Is
come
it?
to and from.
All right then. Is it that
Yeah.
building with the where you Gearmen have been patrolling from?
Uh, there's like a large.
Chances are it's gonna be out here. Chances are it's gonna be out here, away from the main city.
No, you want precinct houses downtown.
Oh, so
Yeah,
about
we have a
here then.
downtown.
Well, sorry,
Yeah,
that's episode.
yeah,
Orca, so about here.
yeah. It would be nearby the castle, down in the middle of town because there's obviously additional precinct houses, but this would be the main precinct house. So
So with that going on, Nameless, yeah, he will take you over to the precinct house, and you'll see me there in my Gearman uniform. Be like, you arrived. How are you doing, my friend?
Good, good. How are you doing, Mr. Scrap?
A little bit of problems here and there, but big trial coming up. Say, I need
Hmm.
you. I need your help with something. I need you to check on a prisoner for us.
Sure. What do you need?
Uh, see, do you have anything that might wake him up a little bit? I need to have a talk with him about something.
Some stimulants? That's not too much of an issue.
All right. So we'll take him over to an interrogation room. Dude's just probably slumped on the chair. Be like, and of course he is handcuffed, both sides on the chairs, especially his legs. They say,
Oh boy. So nameless basic medicine check, huh? To see how
Yeah.
to see how long it takes for you to make
So
him
a healing check
make him
then.
conscious.
Yeah. There's the only thing for medicine is healing. Yeah.
Healing, yeah.
So 29 plus the
whatever medicine you have.
yeah
well,
29. Oh yeah,
it
we got
would,
29 including already the healer's gloves and the masterwork surgical tool. So
You're
all right.
really gonna wake up this
yeah.
motherfucker.
Yeah. Yep.
Dude's
Yeah.
probably been knocked out for like an hour, and
Why?
oh,
Oh,
All
it's
have a
right.
hero
fine.
point.
No. Calm
Oh,
down, Nameless. There's no such thing as a nat one on a skill check.
Okay. So
oh,
Yeah, I would assume Ty the DC is pretty low to wake this guy up.
Yeah, but let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's gonna take at least an hour for them to completely
Yeah.
stir up.
Yeah. So
still
all
though,
right,
30 is pretty good.
Yeah.
all right. So with that, after like an hour, he'll wake up, and I'll look at you, and just be like, "Thank you, good sir." Oh, also, how is the program going? Any any things you need that I need to know
Uh,
about?
so far plans are good to go on course. I'm really having them ready. Just gonna be going over the basic needs of basic first aid triage for just stabilizing the patient for until proper professional medics come on stage, and that's about it. For the more experienced personnel, I'm just going to go over basic maintaining of clean equipment as well as how to respond to, or mainly inspect for different types of injuries, mainly just fractures, lacerations, penetrating wounds, that kind of stuff, and making sure how to keep it clean for any sort of foreign debris, dirt, gunpowder, any of the such.
I should note that Pamela's in the advanced class because even though she's a cleric, she wants to know this just in case her magic goes
Oh,
bye
so
bye again.
so Pamela's in his class. There you go. You have a good named NPC with you. Nameless.
Neat.
Taking your class. Alrighty. So once he wakes up, I'm gonna be sitting on my chair across the room, just looking at him.
So how many years is that? So how long is that gonna be?
Uh, it's a pretty long time. I'm not that much into, the laws and the rule and how much sentencing that would be. But there's something that might help you if you help me per se.
Trust me, sitting here right now is the only help I need.
Also, because
Well,
Shuki's gonna wait outside of the room until you need him.
all right. Well, from the look that you had, I am going to guess, and from what you also said, that you're probably going to get killed as soon as you leave the jail.
He just looks around like, well, I did disobey a direct order.
Oh?
Never mind. I'm just a passing through adventurer. Nothing more, nothing less.
Listen, you're already in big enough trouble. I could just release you right now and then you face the consequences of your leader.
What leader?
Don't bullshit me. You're part of that mercenary group. You still have the fucking symbols. Don't lie.
All right. I just got the tattoo yesterday. God damn it.
Listen, all right? You're pretty much fucked either way. Either you can face the jails, face hard times, or I can just release you and then you face the consequences of whatever your leader's gonna do to you. Frankly, I don't give a shit. Unless you help me out and I can help you out.
How am I gonna how am I gonna help you out?
Trust me, there are many ways to help you. And for you to help me. I could make it so you disappear per se. We lost you in the prison system. We transferred you somewhere and you somehow miraculously escaped. Of course, you'll be hidden. We will hide you for a decent amount of time until the heat has died down on you. But I need something in return.
What?
What is your group doing here besides guarding the lawyer? You help me here. I promise you, I can help you. But you gotta scratch my back and I'll scratch yours.
A persuasion advance, since obviously you know why he's here. You just want to
I don't see where's persuasion.
sorry. Well, yeah, it's persuasion.
Uh, yeah, I don't see it on my skill chart. That's strange.
Diplomacy. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Or intimidation, whatever fancies your
I
call.
think I'm gonna go a little intimidation. I want him to fear me a little bit, but most fear in the terms of respect me. Like I want to make it look like if he goes to jail, I will be the worst nightmare, and making his boss look like a picnic for whatever punishment he may deal with. Uh,
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna use a hero point. Fuck it.
I'm sorry, sir, but I'll happily stay in jail if you don't mind.
You want to call in a pinch hitter, Leaf?
Yeah, I'm just gonna look at him and say, "Give me a second. And I'll call up for a gearman to watch him. I'll go out the room, and I'll see Nicholas there. Like, oh, you're still here. Oh, you're fine, my friend. I didn't need you for anything else. I just need you for just to wake him up.
All right then.
You have a nice day.
You too. Call me again whenever you need me.
Alrighty. And as soon as he leaves, I say, William, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. What you need?
I need you to come down to the to our little jail area. I got a
Main
prisoner here, and
precinct? Main precinct or dungeon?
main precinct. He's in
Okay.
it. I got a prisoner in an interrogation room that I think you might be interested in.
Okay, I'm coming down. Can you give me the basics on what's going on with him?
Mercenary. He's one of the mercenaries from that group. Assaulted several gearmen, but it seemed like his leader looked at him and seems like he wants to stay in jail than face whatever his leader might do. Try to run him through a deal. Seeing what orders his men got instead of just. 'Cause I don't think they're just here to protect the lawyer. Try to run him a deal, but seems a little stubborn. May need someone here to help.
So you say he's scared of his boss if he's released?
Yes, seems like his boss really scares him. Once he gets out of prison, he asked about the prison sentences and how long he'll be in jail for.
I think I know what to do. Just have a couple of gearmen waiting for me when I get there.
Yes, sir. And I will order some gearmen to wait for William, as you know, I have that gearman. And
I'll arrive. So
yep, I'll be outside the
as
room.
I arrive, I'll put on a little performance. It's a combination of basically bluff and intimidate. So I'll walk in and go, scrap. Really,
Look,
really, you're throwing the book at a guy that was just being a bit of an ass. I think dragging him in is more than enough punishment for him. And then I just look at the guys, get him out of here.
And
Alright.
in a peg moment, he attacks you, William.
No. His hands and
Yeah,
and legs.
He's
Oh, that's
yeah,
right. He can't.
yeah,
He can't attack.
Well-
No, never mind.
Yeah.
So he probably just starts trying
Yeah.
to squirm in his chair.
Yeah. I said, you too. Release him. Let him go. We'll just burn the paperwork. This never happened. So basically, it's like, and I'll just go. You're free to go, sir. Please just stop being an ass in the city. So I'm gonna roll bluff. I'm gonna roll bluff on this guy.
All right.
And then let's see.
And I'm just walking over with
26 to try to bluff him. I don't know. I doubt he. I'm doubting.
He's you
very convinced.
You see him. You see him like, oh shit, and literally like blowing his fist ready to attack any given the second he's released from any system.
And don't worry, I informed your boss that you're being released. He's waiting outside for you. And yes, I actually would have informed his boss. Had a message that one of his guys is being released, that we're letting him off with a warning. So he sees his boss probably standing right outside the precinct.
He literally just slumps down like, I have my future ahead of me. I was gonna stand famous and rich.
Yeah. And I just put my hand on his shoulder and say, you could just accept our deal. Won't be famous, but you'll probably at some point you'll have decent health as he's being let out.
And I would probably say to him, would you rather be famous and dead, or alive and?
Well, he's not even gonna be famous. He's just gonna be dead.
Meh.
Yeah.
Cause remember, this is the rookie at the mercenary, so he
Yeah,
did.
he ain't gonna be famous. He's gonna be dead. He's gonna be a cautionary tale.
As you can see, his boss just cracks his knuckles.
Yeah.
And you can see in the distance a sniper pretty much waiting for him to walk out the jail cell.
Oh, you better have a fucking Jaeger take out that sniper.
Both sniper, but lone bow sniper, and obviously
He-
he has like Usopp level skills.
Yeah, here's the
Yep.
thing. He's currently breaking the law. Looks like he's about to use a weapon. That is a danger to the public. We can immediately use lethal force without any problems. So I hope there's a
So,
Jaeger nearby
Ty,
with a
yeah,
suppressor.
yeah. So Ty, so remember how I said there were 4 Jaegers for a roof?
Yeah.
Does one of the roof units see him?
All right. Let me double check. Because I know at the World Stealth check, because obviously he's not going to stand there in the middle of the street with a crossbow
And,
ready.
and I will roll my perception because all my Jaegers have basically my perception.
Yeah.
All right, Ty, roll the stealth.
23 versus
34.
you. You see him literally hiding his shadow, completely black, mask over his face.
Literally the
It,
most obvious.
obviously he does this. Obviously, this is literally his job is to assassinate other mercenaries who break orders.
But unfortunately, he is seen by probably what 1 to 2 teams of Jaegers.
Yeah.
So as um as I'm like walking side by side with C1 this prisoner,
Yeah.
and he the guy just sees me like put a finger in my ear as I'm just like listening to something, and I'll say, "Really? All right, execute order." And he's not gonna hear it, but there's gonna be like the suppressed shots of Jaegers just firing on this dude, as this dude probably just gets insta domed because he's standing still. And I'll look at William. I said, I'll look at William. I'll give you that look. Then I'll look at the prisoner. Seems like your boss didn't want to have a nice talking with you. Seems like he had someone ready to kill you in the shadows with a longbow. So I would behoove you to at least reconsider the deal we had.
Even that longbow man was taking out, he's enough to kill all half of us. Uh, intimidation with advantage.
Intimidation with advantage.
So I get to roll intimidation now
Yeah.
with advantage.
You're welcome, Seawall.
32.
Oh god.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
Obviously, you figured it out by now. Just in case the trial goes south, we've been we've been sent by Mrs. Fleury to make to see about her daughter and husband out of there, out of here as fast as possible. But once we reach the island, it's pretty much a fortress.
And I'm just gonna give him like a tap on the shoulder, like a pat on the shoulder. See, that wasn't so hard. Now here's what I want you to do, and I'll basically tell him once we get near the door, or just near to where your boss can see, but you're not outside. I need you to try to shoulder check one of us.
No. I
But
whispered to I whispered to one of the guards, loosen your grip on his right arm, and then I tell this guy, hey, punch me in the face. What with your right arm?
you'll be fine. You'll be roughed up a little bit, but it's all for an act. Does he agree with this?
Yes, but he doesn't. He still doesn't like his chances.
so, so does he do this little show to where he just punches William with his right hand?
Yes. Once you're near the door, he punches William with his right hand. However, you literally, almost as quick as an eye, you literally see his balls goozle the rookie. Which if you don't know what goozle is, it's pretty much a choke slam position.
So
As he pretty much is holding him up and you can almost hear his neck starting to crack.
Oh, so he's trying to.
He's
Oh,
going to break his neck just by squeezing it to death.
Wait,
okay.
what?
Seeing this happen now, I'm ordering Gearman. Gearman are having their rifles pointed at him. He's hearing the cock like, "Sir, put him down. He just assaulted a member of the Gearman again, so he's being placed under arrest. You kill him, you're gonna face lethal force, sir."
Quick question:
Eh,
Is that guy wearing a medal by chance, like a significant amount of metal?
No, he's pretty much a wrestler monk,
Okay.
so no matter on him.
I sigh. Lift up
He
my
he
gauntlet.
he look he looks at you and just pretty much choke slams him, alive but very much in pain now, straight back to your feet, and goes and pretty much walks away.
Yep,
Hold
the
it.
rifles are.
You're under arrest for attempted murder.
He just looks at you like, I did not attempt to murder.
The courts will decide that. Taser shot.
That's going to be a lot harder since, well, he's a.
Oh no, it's not. It's not just one taser shot.
No.
There's also.
It's my wrist. It's my wrist mounted super paralyzer, guys.
Oh no. Okay, yeah, this is
Yes.
different.
This is different.
It's going to be a lot harder since obviously he
14
literally.
versus a 20 versus his touch AC.
Oh, right.
What's his touch AC?
19.
He beat it.
I beat him. I hit.
He
So
gets-
let me double check the paralyzer. Zappity zap. Because the paralyzer's got more powerful since I leveled up. Paralyzer. Where are you, little buddy? Here we go. Yep. Okay, so it is fort. Have him roll a fort save. He might have actually beaten it. Okay, so mine. I got to do the math really quick. Yeah, he beats it by 2. So he is not paralyzed.
At this point, he activates a wing that pretty much gives him a shield of protection. That was the thing he had just in case the Laura was getting attacked. He just activate a shield around him and one other target.
Ty, this
As long as it's near him to make sure that they could run out safely.
Ty, he's inside this compound, right?
No, he's literally around the door.
Yeah.
All right. But with that, he has also Gearman behind him as well. Not just in front of him, but also behind. And there's probably a Jaeger team also watching this as well, correct?
Yeah.
Alrighty. With this,
Mhm.
I'm gonna look at William. See, permission to use force, sir.
I prefer him alive.
I want to say right
and with-
now, his AC
Oh no.
right now was his ring on. His AC is 27 and his touch is now. His AC is 25 and his touch is now 20.
All right.
Yep.
So the Jaeger teams are going to be given an order.
Mhm.
Non-lethal shots.
Yeah.
So a Jaeger team, reminder, 4 Jaegers, are going to aim at this dude from far away, and they're going to fire at non-fatal areas.
Well, I'm assuming I've also developed a rubber round by now. I can survive the steam.
Oh God.
Rubber
Okay, you ever watched the movie channel before when I showed the clip of the youngest yard during throwing a rubber grenade to calm the prisoners down?
Yeah.
Why am I picturing that in the near future?
It's not non-lethal. It's just less lethal. Yeah. Basically, at this point, the guys are, various gearmen are raising their rifles on the ground. as they kind of work their way to a half moon surround him.
And I also have my rifle out. I'm waiting for the, and I'm
Yeah.
almost, I'm not almost, and I'm ready. I'm just looking at you, Willie, and I said, just give me the word. I have the Jaeger team confirm they have sight on the final area.
As he's trying just to walk the back streets away, presumably to the floor to the forest to the ship the Fleur ship.
So he's trying to escape.
Yeah, it's just
Oh,
trying to just
yeah.
walk away to the docks.
Yeah, docks are locked down. Gearmen are in his way. Basically, he's now number one wanted in the city. Rewards are being put out for him. So at this point, we're shutting down the entire block he's trying to go through. So Gearmen rapid dispatch via the steam wagons, Thunder Scouts set up, and he's just surrounded now.
All because he
He's
tried
not-
to choke cross one prisoner.
Yes, in
Yes.
front of police. Ty. Yeah,
All
if
he has to
just
do
kind
is
of a
say,
rough grab of the
I've
back of
been
the neck and just dragged him along.
like I've been
That'd be less we could do.
I've been given orders.
Yeah.
If you want to lock me up, go ahead. The lawyer will be free in no time. Since technically he was given orders, so
Yeah.
the worst you could get him on is third degree attempted
Bonds.
murder.
All right.
Yeah, but because he's a monk, he's proved very dangerous. Thus, we'll obviously have to deny him bail and make sure he's in isolation this whole time, with limited access to his lawyer. And due to the other more important trial currently going on, we'll have to back burner his trial for a couple of months. We're going to legalize this guy into lockdown. So, does he actually surrender in the end?
He's like, you know what? It's not worth it. The worst he could do to me is third degree attempted murder. Says he does have standing orders from his boss that hey, if someone disobeys a direct order, you're more than happy to kill him on the spot if necessary. On the spot or with a sniper if necessary. So he does like look around like I don't have time for this and just holds out his hands.
All right. So he's surrendering.
Yeah, he turns off his force ring.
Yeah.
All right. And as soon as he does that, Gearman behind him quit. With how deadly he's been acting, they're gonna do a quick butt stock to both his knees to get him on the ground, and just Gearmen are just surrounding him, rifles pointed at him as men are putting him in handcuffs.
Yep.
It's like that scene from.
He really doesn't drop, but he'll still surrender.
Yeah.
That's how.
That's passive resisting. He's not helping us, but he's not also resisting us doing stuff to him.
Yeah.
It's that scene.
He just. I know it's a cliche, but he's just built different.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and this is a human.
And Ty, this is like from the scene from the Hurt Locker where that dude drove his car to that dude and they like pull him out of the car. I don't know if you ever watched the Hurt Locker.
I forget. I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. It's basically dudes dragging a dude out of a car because he passed through a military line. That's about it. So yeah, they now how much of a commotion has this caused to like is everyone like looking at what's going on? Like normal civilians.
We see like a bunch of gearmen running down. Everyone knows what's going on too.
All right, so now we have another.
You even see the lawyer looking at like and just summoning one of the other mercenaries to be his new bodyguard.
Alrighty.
Like later on, one of the mercenaries asked for that dude's ring since it.
No, I'm sorry. This is evidence right now as he used it, so it's going to be staying on his person. It's going to be in evidence, unfortunately. So we cannot give you the ring.
It's part of a job. We just need the ring.
Nope,
back.
sir. Nope. I cannot allow you to give. I can't allow to give back evidence as if it was used to facilitate in a crime. So if you please step back, sir, from the police line, that'll be appreciated.
Fine.
Hmm.
That's why.
If you-
That's why they hired that freaking lawyer anyway.
Uh,
As that
So yeah,
mercenary, as the mercenary frustrated, walks out the station.
Yeah. We'll find
Well-
other reasons to grab the other mercenaries slowly over time. I'm assuming that without their leader, their discipline is going to weaken, or they may just abandon the job.
but
Not really. The leader's just making sure the lawyer is still safe. They still fear the
oh,
big ball. They still fear the big ball.
I will.
So
But
they're
no, see,
they're mostly on their best behavior.
no. See what we have evidence.
What?
They are planning to free prisoners if the trial doesn't go their way.
Oh, yeah.
Conspiracy.
Yeah, we got them on conspiracy.
So we'll get them all together and we'll do a major raid and arrest
Oh,
all of them.
Yeah. We're yeah, Ty, we got them on conspiracy. We're grabbing all of them. You know, when they go back to their inns, gearmen go in, kick the doors down, and drag them out.
So I will. So as this mercenary is now in the prison, I'm gonna make sure we get the statement from that rookie to make sure he's telling the truth.
Yeah.
You know, telling us what their plans were and everything.
Mhm.
And as soon as he tells us everything, Sewell, I hand you his paper of him saying what they were going to do. And I say, and I'll give you another paper. And it's basically a piece of paper that says permission to use Gearman to raid several locations to arrest a lot of individuals, basically.
Oh yeah, permission granted.
So, Ty, this is at the dead of night. This is when everyone's fast asleep. Just multiple steam wagons are going to head to several locations. These are chock full of Gearmen. And almost simultaneously at the same time, raids are going to be conducted on the mercenaries where they're living, either in inns or certain houses or whatever. Just Gearmen start busting down the doors, get them in the middle of the night, start arresting them all at once.
They're also going to have their weapons as well, since they just put.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
how you do it in the middle of the night when they're asleep. You kick
Yeah.
the door down.
Kick the door down, then they
Yeah,
move in.
It's a no-knock raid.
And if any of them tries to resist, guess what? They get shot.
Okay.
Yeah.
20 mercenaries. Let's see how many of them resist or get shot.
Oh god.
Only four get their weapons in time, and
Yeah.
They get
Get
shot.
And unfortunately, the ones that survived, they bled out on the operating table. What can we say?
He's got a sword! Bang, 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 bang.
however, I've made one mistake. It's only 19 mercenaries you arrested. The lawyer and mercenaries, after 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 the docks was clear, just walk back to Fleur's ship floor.
Oh, so
So
the
the
lawyer's
wa-
abandoning his client?
No, the lawyer is just waiting on the dock until it's trial time. Then it's gonna go back to the castle of his.
Does he have a mercenary protecting him?
Yeah, he does.
Okay,
Yeah,
so the lawyer sees this. So what? Is he on the docks? Like, is he on the ship?
yeah, it's on the ship.
Yeah.
Pretty much as
All right.
literally as fancy as
Do
you could
not
get.
arrest the mercenary. Do not arrest the lawyer.
Oh no.
Pretend the lawyer. Yeah, we act as if the lawyer knows nothing about this.
I
Because
know. So
technically
what the
technically he doesn't. So
Yeah.
Yeah, so what's going to happen is on the ship or at the ship or on the docks, there's going to be a massive commotion as I'm going to say, like several steam wagons are just making their way, passing through, and then two steam wagons pull off from the groups and pull up on the docks with several gearmen coming out. And I'll also be there. And I'll go to the ship. Is there anyone like guarding the ship per se? Like, is there like someone on watch to make sure no one sneaks onto the ship?
yeah, about two or three, 2 are mercenaries, but it's mostly slaves.
All right, and I'll go up and say we have an arrest warrant for members of the what's the name of the mercenary guild?
Mercenary. Just say mercenary guild for now. I'll check the recording later.
We have an arrest warrant for members of the military members, or not military, mercenary members here.
Like,
And I'll show them the arrest warrant.
Like, dude, we didn't do anything.
If you're not a part of the mercenaries, please step aside. We are going to arrest them. And I'll look and say, permission to at least come onto the ship. I mean, I'm going to give them a look of. I'm just saying this over formalities.
Boss, permission denied. Sorry.
I wasn't really asking. Let's go, man.
No.
Oh,
don't do it, Leaf. Go fine. Then we will have.
Let's remember. Leaf is talking to a freaking slave.
Yeah.
So has less than basic stats.
You know what? Yeah, I'm just gonna look at
he's talk and he's talked to one of the mercenaries to say, "Hey, kid, come aboard. No, don't let him bother."
All right. So what I'm gonna do is, as seeing this now, I'm just gonna say, okay.
The ship. Keep it much simpler, Leaf. Just okay, fine. The ship is now impounded, and we're gonna have gearmen here until the arrest warrant is cleared. Anyone that comes off the vessel will be identified, will be checked. If they're one of the mercs, they get grabbed. If they're not, they're free to do their business.
Yeah, that's literally what I was gonna say.
The ship will stay in this port until we get those mercenaries. So we bring in one of our patrol boats that now just basically is sitting off the coast. They're sitting just outside the slip. So if they want to leave, they have to go through the boat. So then that thing's got a gun pointed at them right now.
And ironically, the mercenary is like, "Okay, do what you do. All right, do it," and pretty much forces the slaves to go on everything on the ship so that if you fire the ship, they hit a slave. It's pretty much a human barricade. It's pretty much a human barricade.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna.
Then we counter simply by going, okay, then only the lawyer is allowed to leave the ship. Anyone else who does will be detained.
Good.
Basically, we're going to starve them out. The lawyer can leave.
Fair enough.
That's it. Yeah, the lawyer can leave because we're respecting his legal status. But the mercenaries and the rest of the ship, fuck no. That thing's still there until they fucking starve to death.
Fair enough.
So yeah, I'm gonna order.
Then we bring out the speakers.
For what? If it's for the mercenaries, they've been paid quite a bit of money. As for the slaves, they've been broken to hell and back.
We're trying to break the mercenaries. They can't get off the ship without getting arrested. They can't get food. They can't get fresh water. So they're stuck on that boat. And we're going to make damn sure they're getting no fucking sleep.
I'm going to... So yeah, we're going to have like 75 gearmen just watching them. And
in patrols. Yeah, in patrols.
Show of force, basically.
Yeah. There's a patrol boat that's just sitting off the coast with their coffee, with their warm coffee and their nice meals. Gun pointed at it. It's traded out every 8 hours just so that crew can go off shift and get some rest.
Yeah, and as that's going on, I'm going to check on the rest of the situation. So we arrested 15 mercenaries with 4 fatalities.
Yep.
4 fatalities.
Yep. And I'm going to use our little beep code network, our radios, to inform the world what this company is doing. That we have a valid arrest warrant for conspiracy to commit basically obstruction of justice, all that standard stuff. Conspiracy to jailbreak, all that fun stuff, and that the mercenaries are refusing to cooperate with lawful orders.
I'll even make it better.
Yeah, that they're using the slaves as human shields.
Remember, I have a traveling bard working under me, Seawall, in the shadows. Yeah. So I'm also going to have him spread the word everywhere.
Yeah, so I'm going to do an artistry philosophy.
Diplomacy with a disadvantage because everyone thinks that this this mercenary guild is disbanded, or at least wiped out for 3 generations.
We'll have proof. We'll have some of their symbols.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We'll have
We
a
ha-
sworn statement from the most recent member as well. So, but I'm willing to do that. So, my diplomacy. Do I get any bonuses for that bard helping spread it too, Ty?
That brings you back to normal, so disadvantage wiped out.
34.
Had the word to shock the fact that this mercenary guild is still active to this day.
Yeah. Yeah, and that they're now employed by this by the family that's on the runs, and I'm hoping that means that family is going to start losing access to docks all over the place. I'll use my influence in Hope Valley to get them banned from being able to trade in Hope Valley. They're already banned to operate in this kingdom, so
that wouldn't exactly be that hard.
And the Sorcerers Council's wanting to distance themselves from this family too, so they might
Yeah.
shut it
That,
down
like I
in
said,
the
that
Sorcerer
wouldn't be
Kingdom.
that hard since
Yeah.
Prince one of the Sorcerer Council's members is still there, so
Yeah.
that wouldn't be that hard for them to say, okay, you're banned.
Yeah. So the what was it? That one Republic, Starlight Republic,
Star,
might still,
Star, Star,
but
Star,
that's about it.
Starlight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Starlight is. Yeah, you hear that Starlight is going to send its own ships to Brickhouse's metal company instead of relying on the Fleur ship.
Oh, and unfortunately, I guess they're going to have a lot of losses too. Just mysterious shipwrecks, no survivors in the middle of the sea.
But which one, Fleur or Starlight?
The Starlight. Basically, a percentage of their ships are just going to disappear in the open waters with those transport jobs. Basically, I'm trying.
Yeah, because eventually Starlight's just going to send military, going to send their navy to make sure that the ships get through.
Yeah. The percentage of ships, specifically ones that are entering areas that are known to have storms, so we can kind of explain it away as the crew just got hit by a storm. Basically, I'm trying to make it more expensive for them to get stuff to and fro.
Oh boy.
Yep. So.
All right, so I guess
I found it, by the way. I'm gonna send it to the group. This is what I imagine the raid was like. Has anyone ever seen this movie? It's a really good movie.
Oh yeah. I've seen that.
That's basically what's happening. Just moving everything. People get arrested.
I almost. All right, nameless. This is a perfect time for you to set up your ice cream making business.
Yeah.
So roll for that.
Yep.
So what, Nameless? You probably come up to me, seeing I'm having a little stressful day.
Yeah, let's get. Hey, Scrap, you mind if we get back to work on the ice cream? Might as well do something to calm the nerves if it goes well.
Nameless. So like what? You're probably going to the tavern, right?
Yeah, I assume so.
So you see my dude just like rubbing his eyes a little bit. Was like, oh, sorry, I didn't see you. Oh right, the ice cream. Sorry, I've been a little distracted. I don't know if you heard what happened.
Yeah.
All right, let's
get to
So
work.
we're working on the process. The cooling process was having a little trouble.
Yeah, it's not the machine's perfect. And last I checked, the only thing we just need to make sure
It was just a
this
formula.
Yeah, we need to make it more easily digestible for their stomachs. Probably the enzymes with the.
Oh God!
Oh Jesus Christ!
Oh God!
Yeah, I think the ice cream's ready.
So after your frustrating ordeal and want the ice cream so badly,
We make it like the ice cream of gods.
suddenly you just go into a power raid like this will be a good ice cream.
I'm like uber focused on something to where Nimbus just probably sees me just like tinkering, and like he probably tries to say something to me, and like I'm just fully in the zone.
Like, remember so on Line of Bridge when what's it Elizabeth made the store for
Yeah,
Kirito? That's pretty much it right now. You taste the ice cream like holy.
yeah. I give Nameless the first cup of this new ice cream and said, "How is this?"
All right.
So Ty should. How does Nameless taste this Nat 20 ice cream that I just made?
He it's like ice cream.
Of the
He
gods.
pictured the he pi- he no. I'll let
Motherfucker,
Nameless tell it.
motherfucker, you jumped from no ice cream to Cold Stone fucking Creamery.
I let Nameless describe it because
Yeah.
that's pretty much what I was going to say as well.
Yeah, basically the richness and the flavor is so it's such a myriad of new existential things. Like it basically makes me realize there is nothing better than any other meal in the summertime. There is nothing that can defy this level of perfection.
Oh, and I've got to imagine that Leaf, you tapped into the trade network to make this.
Oh,
Now we've
dude,
got
remember, I have
you've
a
got
travel.
chocolate. You've got chocolate. You've got vanilla. You probably put a dash of cinnamon in there.
Remember, I have a merchant in the shadows, so and the dock worker. So they probably hooked me up hearing this. They're like, "Oh, that's just vanilla, my friend," and I'll give them a small cup of chocolate. Probably there's one that has strawberries on it,
Yeah, we basically have strawberry, vanilla, chocolate. We have all the basic flavors right now.
and I'll look at you, Nameless, and I'll say, "What do you think?"
This is gonna sell so much money. Out of character, what time of the season is it right now?
Say again.
What time of the season is it? Please tell me it's spring or summer. Please tell me it's spring or summer.
In the summer.
Yes.
Yes.
So when are you guys gonna come to me to build a factory for this?
Oh, we were thinking about it, asking you about making an ice cream truck.
Oh no! Well, first,
No, we're mass production, baby.
All right, so we'll go immediately.
Like I said, you literally have like you grown Emzo's Tavern to like a one business to literally like franchise because
so
you technically have 5 bars under your command.
so come over to Enzo. I'll tell her to come with us as she sees me working on this, and I'll give her one of the cups of ice cream, and I'll give her the vanilla one and say, "Try this. This is our newest product that we've been working on."
She
What this?
she tasted and is like if you can see ecstasy if you can see ecstasy and well let's just say after you can see ecstasy on a core orc's face. You can picture it right there.
She,
Like
she's probably
she literally has. I'm gonna use crude language. She literally has the best sex of her life, and she just lying there, well, sitting there like
I'm gonna look at her and be like, "Are you okay?" And so I'm like snapping my fingers in front of her.
she immediately calls her steam rocket team like get this out to all the bars right now, now.
Yeah. Remember, all the bars have freezers too. All of them. I installed them myself.
So I'll also take a cup, and I'll walk. I'll head over to William.
Yep.
And I'll have a couple of cups. I say, and I probably go up to his lab because I know where he is. I was like, "William, are you there?"
Actually, no, I'm not at my lab. You had been informed that I'm actually north of the I'm actually at the hidden factories right now. We're finished doing final touches on a new project. Couple projects actually.
So I'll send a shadow because they're probably going to be
I'm
faster
sorry.
to make their way over to William, keeping this nice and cool. And William, as like you're working on this, a shadow is going to approach you.
Yeah.
And he just brings like a imagine he just brings like a cup of vanilla ice cream. You
Yes,
delivery, sir.
up no, it's like in a container,
Yeah.
little small container. Make sure it's kept nice and cool.
I'm imagining it's a steampunk cooler that it's got dry
Yes.
ice in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the shadow will come over to you, be like, they'll hand you this and be like, newest product from Enzo's Tavern. From what Enzo says, it'll be a big hit already, and she's already ordered all the bars and taverns to start putting these in their shop.
I'll pop out a spoon, take a bite of it, and go, damn. It's not very good here in this frozen area because it's cold, but this could be quite nice. So I guess I hop into my new vehicle, and I'm going to it's going to be loaded onto the train, and then Leaf, you see one of my new vehicles driving down the street. It
What is it?
vaguely reminds you of the amphibious steam wagon, but you see a fucking turret on top and it covered in metal armor.
For some reason, I feel like we're basically from the way things are going from steampunk technology. I feel like we're gonna at some point build the
We
first
have
HMS
tanks.
dreadnought.
We have tanks, Nameless.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying I believe that we're gonna be making the HMS dreadnought at some point.
Probably.
So-
Though I'll probably go a combination of that and aircraft carriers.
I'll look at this.
You see
Yeah.
multiple of the automatic steam muskets built into it. You see what you assume. You see a weird tube that has an igniter on the end of it. You've seen these before, the experimental flamethrowers.
No. I'm just gonna walk up and just. Do I see you at the top of it?
I pop out of a hatch where the driver sits.
And I'll just give you that look of new invention.
Yes, upgraded vehicle.
I can see that. Anyways, how'd you enjoy the gift that was sent to you?
I shove a journal into your chest.
And I'll what does the journal say?
In the journal is designed for a large climate-controlled facility.
I'm just gonna look and say, you liked it that much.
It's going to be very popular, especially in warm areas.
And it's summertime.
Yeah.
Well, you could thank our medical officer for the medical division of the Gearman. He wanted to work on this. I just helped him out.
Good. Now let's get into mass production.
Oh boy. One
So-
person that's glad to have some ice cream, especially since she received a little bad news, is Mrs. Bergsmith, who bored just on to her and said like, crap, we just lost our biggest client. Our biggest client says her project is finished now, so we don't need as much steel as we used to. It doesn't matter. As long as people want to do war on the other half of the world, I still have plenty of business to go around.
No. We'll eventually buy her out. Get control of as much of the steel production world as we can.
Yeah, but obviously that means that the Starlight Valley finally finished their top secret project.
God damn it, Leaf.
uh,
And I know that anime. It's not god awful. It's just not great.
anyways, let's I think it's about time for the trial. What you say,
Yes,
Vidlog?
Yeah.
yes, yes. You see the trial, you see the lawyer, and well, a
Yeah.
slave,
So
a slave being a body, prince being a human shield just in case.
Well,
yep.
here's the thing: we're not gonna. They're expecting them to be transported by ground. Is the ground convoy attacked at any point?
No, 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 they have their own ground vehicle. They have their own ground vehicle. So,
Well, no. Transport. No, our transport of the prisoners.
oh no, oh no,
Yeah, because they're not in there. They're instead transported via different means.
really?
Yeah, Leaf. I don't tell you this because secrecy, and I'm personally piloting the thing, and with a small group. But Leaf, you see the transports come up to the main castle where the trial is going to be had, and you look in
and
the back, and they're not there.
it's some dummies.
Yeah, it's dummies. It's just dummies with
Well,
bags over their heads. Then,
I-
then you look up, and you see a giant, zeppelin coming into land.
Oh god.
I'm just gonna look and say I'm not gonna say anything. My guy's just gonna just say, "Men, prepare for prisoners' arrival. They're coming in via air."
Yeah, the zeppelin lands. A ramp is lowered, and they're brought out. Wearing manacles, bags over their head, chains around their neck. They have metal breastplates to make damn sure their druid powers are shut down, and they're let in.
Yep.
And
And with
I get off the vehicle and pull up my flight goggles.
I'm just gonna look at you. You could at least told me they were coming that way.
Didn't want any leaks. Oh, the other vehicle's in the back, and you see it being lowered down out of the back of the thing.
What is it?
It's the tank from earlier. The squall is what it's called.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So I will. So with this, I'm just sigh a little bit, but then go back to door. And so, yep, the security preparations are ready. All gearmen have been placed
Yep.
in their respective areas to make sure
Yep.
crowd control is normal. And Ty, it has a crowd formed around the courthouse
Well, the king's castle.
or the king's.
King's Castle, so you can only get around the outside gates unless they let you into the castle, which obviously.
Yeah.
So so there's a massive crowd outside, correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
Uh, there'll be some shadows intermixed with this group, and they're gonna have some nice little chants. They're gonna like condemn the Sorcerer's Council, and people are booing the Sorcerer's Council.
Oh yeah. I'll make sure I
That would
spread
be
propaganda.
very tricky since people actually like the person in charge of them. So that's going to be a perception
remember,
check.
these people are a lot of them are from our kingdom, Ty.
Oh
Don't
yeah,
forget.
true.
Yeah, the wisdom of the crowd kind of becomes a thing. So, can I roll my philosophy check? See if
Yeah.
I pre-prep this crowd.
Probably with advantage because he's getting help.
36.
Never mind.
Yeah, 36. This crowd might be pretty pissed. Calling for more regulations on the Sorcerer Council. Limitations of where members are allowed to go. Things like
Maybe
that. Yeah.
maybe some people yelling at them saying that they're responsible for their either wife or son dying in the wolf attack.
Yeah.
Well, you chase off the
Yeah.
bar of the Sorcerer Council, and no one's fucking with Monday as he's literally
Mhm.
giving ending wars
Yeah.
with his like you even see the people like newly restored Sorcerer Council member Monday ended a 10-year long war with an army of with zombies, forcing both councils to come to peace with threats of death.
Got it. So he's controlling through pure fear right now, which is going to which we can use to backfire.
Justice through fear. That's literally his motto ever since his wife died.
Yeah. So, and the thing is, with the Sorcerer Council being on the back end, that's actually going to be a more of a detriment over time for them, not a boon. So they might actually try to rein him in, just because their PR is not very good right now.
Yeah, but why do you think he's being sent to war-torn countries
It's the only
where
thing.
damage is less.
to end the wars?
But the thing is, forcibly ending wars like that pisses off both sides.
Yeah, and who's it going to go after? Monday, with literally death knights and zombies. It'll literally be a death sentence to both sides.
No.
It literally be like, you ever seen the movie Superman or read the comic book Superman versus the Elite, or What Happened to Truth Testers Are Making Way? Like Monday right now is literally a one-man elite. Well, a one man Manchester Black, if you will.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but again, when ending wars through fear, you have to become potentially more terrible than the two armies combined, which makes people resent you.
It's a necromancer. That's not technically that.
What I'm saying is the Sorcerer Council is playing with fire right now. They may have to put him down for us.
Anyway,
So.
like just like Hearly.
Yeah.
This is the trial for Robert Fleury III and Holly Fleury.
Yeah.
What were the charges, Counselor?
Yeah. I'll be acting as the Crown prosecution, and I'll read out the charges. Reckless homicide, jailbreak. Basically, the whole list of stuff that we're both fake blaming them on, as well as actually what the dad committed. So, as well as a smattering of charges of Holly's recklessness in general. So.
Yeah, I'll basically be like one of the court officers per se, basically just guarding, making sure the courtroom is under order. Probably the most elite gearman we have. And I'm just gonna just stand there in a certain area, just watch them.
Like this is Mr. Lumiday. What's your defense? This is complete bullshit, Your Honor. One, we feel sorry for the wolves attack. However, Holly wasn't in charge of the area, and a person in charge of the area is always known to disappearing unless he's needed. He was needed and he disappeared. So it's not her fault. Two, Mr. Fleury was going to kill a bear whose who has who whose ownership belongs to the Fleury family, and he pulls out the documents saying that the the panda bear belongs to them. Therefore, he can do anything he wants, including assassinating the bear if it grows too dangerous. And number three, there is no reason in the world why Mrs. Fleury shouldn't get her husband's car back. In fact, after all this, we should counter sue for the damages to the car, as well as request the bear back.
Play your hand.
Which hand are you referring to? I've got a couple of them.
Oh my god, shit! You know what I fucking mean.
You need to
now
be
it's
more
time
specific.
prosecutor. Now it's time for your turn.
Yeah, I'll go into the whole. While she is not charged with defending this region, she has already been proven to wile up wild animals in the area, and then I provide basically some of the faked evidence that she was responsible for messing with these bears. I will play the audio recordings of some of the stuff the father said, stuff she said, and then I'll also say, while they have ownership of the bear in this land, we have animal cruelty laws, and I have witnesses that say the bear was no threat to anyone at the time. The bear currently is actually recovering and living quite comfortably and well in a basically in a zoo.
Out
Yeah.
of character, is Alex gonna
Yeah.
is Koshu gonna be called in as a witness for writing down having the medical records
Oh
in
Yeah,
you'll be
Algae?
brought in.
especially.
You'll be brought in. You're there. You've got the so. And then so as I
And
said,
and Jimpit and Ara could be brought in as well since
yeah.
she also experienced
Yeah.
how well food magic works against pretty much the entire Fleur family.
Yeah.
Keep going, Seawall.
Yep. So as I said, I just lay on all of that. I lay on the recordings that we've got, the actual audio recordings. I think we recorded them saying some pretty fucked shit.
Yeah.
So that is relevant to this, As I said, I just start dropping just so much stuff on this that it's one of those counselor, you really don't want to continue down this road. There is no victory, there is only loss.
The Lord then brings up some of the slaves to say, "Oh yeah, she is a very good employee. She's like they're just
Objection, relevance.
for what?
This is
It's clear she's
character evidence, not this is character evidence, not this is character evidence that can be seen in a sentencing, not in the actual trial. And if you want to open that door, counselor, I can bring in people that can talk about how she brought a lot of danger to them, how she's caused nothing but trouble when she's been in this kingdom with her personality interactions. Do you really want to open that door, counselor?
the Lord just looks at you like, regardless, Honor, this is a waste of time. These charges can't stick. Let
Your Honor, I provided ample evidence that these two have committed numerous crimes against the crown, and they have not provided anything but character witnesses from literal slaves, whom I would request.
objection are they are not slaves. They're paid employees.
Then you would have no problem with a dispel being put on them to release them from any enchantment or compulsion, and then be put under a truth telling spell.
Objection, Your Honor. This is not part of the trial.
Then, my fellow counselor, are you willing to pull these character witnesses from your witness list and not call them?
For now. That's what I said. For now.
Yeah, I'll ask the judge to rule on, just to play it safe, because there are questions about the freedom of these paid employees, quote unquote, that they should that for their own protection, that they should be dispelled from any enchantment before going onto the stand, and then put under a truth telling spell. Basically,
Jim Pan performance check to do that. With this, unfortunately, with disadvantage because they have been broken almost beyond repair. Performance.
Oh, performance?
I also have something against them as well with the slaves.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I was at the kitchen. I saw what food they were given. I have recordings of them complaining about the food.
You could be a witness as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The counter. Yeah, we could play that to counter their statements. Yeah.
Yeah, see, well, let them run that and see how bad that goes against them.
You still want Jim Pan's use performance to see?
Yep.
The,
Yeah. Damn.
they look. This you
Yep.
you literally lured. It's basically you temporarily disable. Pretty much a bomb in the back of their necks, if you will, so they're willing to tell the truth for a short time.
Yeah.
Although knowing that once they get back to Fleur Island, they're not going to be getting back to the island. And yeah, and yeah. So Scrap, any testimony? Scrap, want to add anything to the testimony?
They're sticking with their slaves are being properly treated. My guy will, of course, be on the stand, and he'll give evidence to Sewell of recordings and say how I was invited to the island on one of the business partners of her, and as I was in the kitchen to make food there, I was able to converse with several members of these so-called employees. And I also have evidence of, and I'll have the voice recordings that I'll give to Sewell of them complaining about the food, how they never have fresh food, how most food is usually spoiled or rotten.
Mm-hmm.
And if even, secret recordings of them basically say, they never got any fresh food, they never have fresh food. And I'll also get testimony on the state of the kitchen that they have to use, which I wouldn't even call a kitchen under my professional opinion.
The Lord Collins and what's a professional opinion? Someone who works at bars? This, come on. The Flores kitchen is top of the line, and well, you need, and well, you can't complain about slaves, but let's be honest, they need to have their business somehow. Oh, don't boo me. You, we all know if this is the same, you'll be just as guilty.
So is he asking me what my opinion is on a clean kitchen?
Yeah.
My guy will look at him and say, in my personal opinion, a kitchen needs to be sanitary as there is no major problems with food contamination or even animal contamination. Next, the equipment needs to be kept in tip-top shape to make sure that nothing bad happens to the equipment leading to any other contaminants or any problems with the kitchen staff that would lead to dangers of life. And from what I saw in that kitchen that the slaves were using, I don't even think I could call it a kitchen. It was filthy beyond recognition. There were bugs literally on the food that they had to eat. I am pretty sure they would have got more nutrition out of the bugs than the meat they were given, which was so rotten and spoiled, I couldn't even call it meat.
Counselor, uh, you can dismiss this with as your judge.
Yeah. 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 So again, I just keep hammering with more evidence, more witnesses. Does this counselor bring in the try to bring in the character witnesses at any point, or does he just give up on that line of attack, knowing that look, they're fucked. There's nothing I can do.
Uh, without any character witness, the next set of characters would have been the mercenaries.
Yeah.
Oh, also, Seawall, don't forget Bloodpike. Bloodpike was there when she was about to, when that bitch druid tried to almost impale me with poison spikes.
Yeah.
You want to call Bloodpipe to the stand?
Hold on, getting a call. I'll be back in a minute.
He walks up and like, yep, he's telling the truth. He he tried to like tried to attack Dr. Scrap with spikes. She tried to attack me and my and the and the high and the high I about to say high arrow. High what to call it? By shielding a wall between us. And her bear did more of a better job than her at protecting anything.
We also have to put in the fact that the reason why she tried to put up poison spikes to hit me was because I was calling her out on not helping the people when the wolf attack happened.
I was ignoring like she is not obligated to defend. He almost looks like Commodores. Like she's not like to defend I mean the people. Ugh. So what you have to so what you're arresting Mr. Flurry for?
Give Seawall a moment, he's in a call.
Okay.
So, Nameless, how are you enjoying the trial?
Nice ice cream for a hot day.
This
I just imagine like I'm getting a few stares from people. Like, what is he eating? I think I'm imagining heavily right now.
Gee. It was just unfortunate those mercenaries got arrested for conspiracy.
this well they just did their jobs.
Oh, I'm saying this out of character. I don't want this to be involved, but if they try to bring the fucking mercenaries into it, then we just bring up the plan we got from a member within the order, saying how if the trial was going south and they would have been found guilty, then they would have attacked to spring them out of jail and take them back to the island. Basically evading justice if they would have had justice. It's like that. It's like that meme, Ty, of the woman saying she's gonna win at a game of Uno, but then we look at the guy's hand and it's just all like +4, skip turns and reverses. They got fucking nothing.
My
Oh,
apologies.
why do you think her mother isn't there? She just sent a lawyer.
So yeah, see, well, we brought Bloodpike in to testify that she almost attacked me
Yeah.
with poison spikes because of me calling her out on the wolf attack, her not doing her job, and the lawyer for her almost slipped out that she doesn't have. What was it, Ty?
Like she's not responsible for these people.
He was about to say commoners.
Yeah.
So, see, well, anything else? Because now we have Bloodpike on the stand, and he just told how she almost attacked me on several occasions.
Oh, yeah.
Just because I was telling her to do her job.
Yep.
So now the lawyer switched focus from trying to save her to trying to save her father.
Oh, I start hammering the dad too. It's one of those. This is kind of one of those foregone conclusion cases.
Say again?
I'm just trying. Basically, the more they fight, the more I embarrass that family in a public record. Is what I'm trying to do with this.
I'm
as well
actually
as
surprised it didn't bring Nameless in to defend the bear.
Oh yeah. If Nameless wants to come in and do that, we can have that, or we can hand wave it as a scene.
Because literally, the Lord is like, listen, all the father did was try to eliminate property that was his. There's no animal cruelty law about it.
In this nation, there is, and when you're in this nation, you must follow its laws. These laws were put in with our advancements into agriculture to make sure that the animals are decently cared for. They get a certain amount of pasture time. They get that there are medical specialists that look up on them. You can't. And the thing is, sure, animals for slaughter you can kill, but an animal like that was not a threat to anyone at the time. You can't just kill it because you feel like it. Not in this nation.
And where's the animal right now?
Yeah. Safe and secure in a habitat that best suits it. And I'll provide information and as well as have a witness from the facility where the animal is being safely kept.
Eventually, the judge's like, I think we had enough.
Yeah, the judge. Yeah, so
Yeah,
closing arguments, all that fun stuff.
yeah, closing arguments, all that stuff. Like,
Oh, can we have Seymour do the closing arguments? I want to hear what he has to say.
go ahead.
I'm terrible at closing arguments. I just hammer home on the fact that they've done nothing but lie through their whole lives. That she sees herself as above everyone, and does not care for those who she deems as beneath her. Clearly, just hammer home on the fact that they're elitist snobs to probably a jury that's a combination of nobles from this kingdom and commoners from this kingdom that probably owe their very existence to the Gearmen. So,
and ironically, one of the jurors is one of the what to call it that
Shadows.
actually I'll say it's
you got a shadow on the jury. Not the foreman, but a strong voice to kind of guide them in the right direction. So, yeah.
Crap. Let's see if the lawyer at least can convince them for a lower sentence.
That's a question for the judge. And I'm assuming I got to do my own diplomacy with a massive advantage.
Yeah. So. Oops, I clicked off by accident.
Yep.
Roll. Alright, so 25 to diplomacy. Judges, oh crap.
So what you're telling me is they go out, 20 minutes later they come back. The only reason they were there that long was to get lunch.
They taste this new ice cream.
Yeah. So the only reason why they took as long as they did, they were enjoying their lunch.
Jury, do you have anything to say? The Fleur family has been known snobs for a while. In fact, the only reason I'm Mrs. and Mr. Fleur was married is produce the strongest bar the strongest dar in the world.
Druid, yeah.
And she clearly succeeded. And they clearly succeeded. And the only reason, and now it's known that the only reason the social council accepted her membership is to teach her a lesson. And sadly, they failed.
Yeah.
Perhaps prison will teach them a lesson instead. We found them guilty on all charges, and we moved motion to strike the bounds for the panda bear, and move to strike the rights from the panda bear.
What
I would say
they're not getting the death penalty?
no, Ty.
No.
I was about to say I was gonna have my like Shadow was gonna try to influence them to push for the defo because, yeah, they're all powerful.
No,
But
he
it's,
said guilty. They didn't say the penalty yet.
oh yeah, the judge has to recommend the penalty. Oh yeah, the judge gets the
Well,
penalty.
the
judge
jury
had to
can
recommend.
recommend the death sentence. Well, depending on if we're doing kind of similar, the judge would in this case if we're following, what we're doing. So they find it guilty.
Well, actually,
Yeah.
he has to look. He has to look at the king like Your Honor. These people have been found guilty. What are you? What is your punishment? Remember, Seawall, you control
Oh.
the king. So
Yeah. He looks just annoyed and pissed and just simply says death.
all right, all right. The sentence will carry out in 2 weeks.
Mhm.
Until then, court is
How is
dismissed.
Holly handling this?
Oh, she is panicking beyond compare. The father is pretty much the father and the Lord is cursing up a storm.
Yeah.
Even asking even secret asking so what's the plan? My wife sent you down for plan, right?
Yeah.
And the Norris just nods his head like, we're gonna get you out of this, sir. Don't worry. The plan just takes a little bit more time.
Yep.
All right, so with that, I'm guessing now the Gearmen are starting to move in. They're taking the prisoners back.
Oh yeah, they're going via airship to the north. They are going to be contained in our facilities to the north, where only we have access.
That so.
Mean,
So do we have
meanwhile, you see a couple of slaves getting back the car since there's no longer a need for it. But and like I said, there's this motion to pretty much tear out the contract with the bear
Yep.
to make sure that either free or at least has a new owner.
The bear will become in a sense under the protection of the king. The bear gets to live a nice, happy life in captivity, with all the bamboo he can ever eat.
Oh,
Yeah, he lives in a zoo now. A menagerie. Yeah.
like even defends his girlfriend with his monk skills.
Yeah. 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 He just lives a comfortable, happy life in captivity.
You see, you see, you see the, you see, you see Dolores signed a letter that says like mission failed. The the king has ordered death. Awaiting awaiting advice, ma'am, and sends the eagle straight to Fleur Island.
As that eagle's flying, it has an unfortunate accident as my owl flies behind it. And I've upgraded my owl to incorporate my paralyzer.
For an eagle?
Yep, zap.
Eventually, he's gonna sell back anyway to inform him in person. He just wanted to get the eagle to get there first.
Well, remember,
So he doesn't get the life beat out of him.
That ship is not allowed to leave until the warrants are served. He'd have to charter a different boat, and right now, who the hell's going to take him?
Even
The Flores ships are not allowed to dock in our port. They're not allowed to dock in many ports around the world.
Also,
And there are probably very few private people that want to associate with that family right now. So he'll probably be able to get back, but it will not be easy for him.
Also, how much more provisions do they have on that ship since they've been sieged out for how long now? A good week?
Yeah.
Let's see now. Travel plus they do have some fishing rods on them just in case. Fishing rods on them just in case.
We counter that by spreading fish nets.
So at
So
least so at least two. So at least if we fed only the mercenaries
yeah,
3 weeks
yeah,
So they have like 3 more weeks of food,
for the
and then you're
mercenaries. You almost see the slaves starting to drop left and right.
Mm.
and we're keeping the mercs awake at night with fucking speakers and music.
So they're gonna go through food a little faster. So 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. As they're they're not able to get much sleep. Aren't we stinkers, Ty?
Oh boy. Let's. I was about to say. Let's see the owl. Let's see. Let's see the owl can outfly the eagle.
Yep.
Damn it! 9 for the eagle. 10 for the
Yep.
owl. He catches up.
Yep. And then he starts opening fire. I've got to double check an owl's stats in Pathfinder. I'm assuming it uses my base attack bonus because it's at my level effectively.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, its dex is a 17, so it's got a +3 plus. Yep, so it's a +17. It is actually technically better at shooting this thing than I am. I'm not 17, 15. Versus Flatfoot, versus Touch, 29 versus Touch. It's got to roll a fort save.
That's not gonna be
Yeah.
pretty.
Yep.
I assume it fails horribly.
What's its fort save?
That was his force save 10.
Oh, it has no fort bonus?
It's just a basic guy just designed to fly back and forth.
Oh, an eagle. Oh, got it. So yeah, it just gets tased and falls out of the sky, paralyzed.
Now the question is it going to paralyze on land or across the sea?
On land. I want to collect the note.
All right, so it's going to land about here.
Yep. And then my owl uses its claws to make sure its throat is slit.
A
Then
coup de grace on a eagle whose literally the sign is just fly.
Yeah, it's dead now.
All right, so you collect the notes.
Yep. And Nah, I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna go over it, see if we can't find any hidden messages in it. Pretty standard stuff. We'll analyze it for hidden
You might
messages.
want to ask for scrap or some more
Yeah.
advanced.
I've got a 10 in linguistics. Does anyone else have better than that?
Linguistics?
To see if they find hidden messages.
Yeah. I'll hand that off to Jim Pan if you think you've got a better one. You'll get a +2 from me for assistance.
In a second to find.
Yeah.
I have 18.
Got it. So roll your 18 with a +2 from me as I assist. Yep. Yep.
Sure. 20 plus 18 plus 2.
You find a hidden message
Yep.
that Prima says send the best of the best. Have slaves. We're have the slaves work as Prima's human shields. We're going send the best of the best mercenaries. Hire more mercenaries if necessary.
Yep.
We're going. We have 2 weeks to. We have 2 weeks to bust the floors out of there.
When this information is brought to the king, as we've intercepted this note, we the ports are put under stricter lockdown. mercenaries have to remain on a ship to get royal approval to enter the kingdom. So are adventurers temporarily, of course. And
As you can see, that the lawyer is trying to hire adventurers, specifically adventurers skilled in magic, to have to do a dimension door back to the island.
that's an exceptionally powerful spell.
Exactly. So he's trying to look for literally someone who's literally been around the block so many times. It's not even funny.
Yeah, dimension door is a really powerful one. Dimension door is a. It's only a 4th level spell.
Yeah, but as many nautical miles as
it's
it
like
is,
yeah.
it's not the
Yeah.
it's not the level spell. It's how long he has to travel.
The maximum would be its range is 400 plus 40 feet per level, so an extra 800 feet. So 1,200 feet total is all you can get out of dimension door. Unless you're talking about like greater dimension door or something like that, or teleport.
Yeah, he's trying to use all the options just to get back to the island.
Yeah. You're looking at you wouldn't go for dimension door. You'd be going for the teleport spell, which range I believe is first one
Limited.
touch. Yeah, instant teleports you to designated destination to be within 100 miles per caster level. So yeah, so it
Nice.
can be used, but it's that one requires like I think a 9th or 10th level wizard to pull off. Yeah. So he's got to get it. Yeah. So he's got to find someone pretty juiced to try to pull this one off. And with the new restrictions being placed on adventurers entering the kingdom, not only that, but the thing is,
So it's going to be stuck on this island for, I'll say, because one of the mercenaries is a spellcaster. One of the mercenaries that's on the ship is a spellcaster as well.
yeah,
I'll say a week before that mercenary gets strong enough to teleport at least him out there.
yeah. Well, him and
He
anyone
can't teleport the whole ship or more than one person, but at least teleport the lawyer out.
or other willing creatures. I think it actually can grab you a couple of extra creatures with you.
Say again?
Yep. Oh yeah. You may bring one additional willing and medium or smaller creature carrying gear and object up to maximum load, or its equivalent per 3 caster levels. So he could bring a couple people with him. So theoretically, the mercenary, the lawyer, and them could actually teleport to that island potentially, or teleport to a port that they might be able to get a pickup from.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
So,
Yeah, in a week, that's pretty much what it's going to do.
yep. So when they see that there's no ships coming and don't get a reply via Eagle, they go, "Oh
It's,
fuck."
you you can see the slaves like you can see the slaves like, but now the slaves are passed out, so you could go to the ship
Yeah.
anytime.
Oh yeah. We will get them. We will free them.
You get to the ship, you see no mercenaries left, other than ones that died of starvation.
Yep. Yep. So taking the bodies and freeing the slaves. The ship is also being impounded pending further investigation. So
Which means, ironically, you impound the car again. it's it's like you just want to keep this car.
no, I I already have better tech than that car.
I know, but the two times they want to retrieve the car.
Yeah, and remember, right, they're basically using a purely magical way of pulling it off.
Yeah.
Yep. So, and I'm guessing the ship is a sailing ship.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Nothing special in that. Obviously, we'll hit the captain's quarters, grab the logs, all that stuff. Use it just to learn more about them. Intelligence.
Uh, it'll be this will be interesting. All of you, roll me an insight check. If it's high enough, you might find the combination. You might find a way to actually get onto the island without getting shot down.
You mean a wisdom check?
Wisdom check. If you if
Okay.
you if you if you go through all the scrolls and checking on the things.
16 from me.
What's pure wisdom?
Jim Pan, you have an advantage since you actually been to the island before, so you know the call
Oh.
signals,
My wisdom is 0, so.
huh? Ah, god damn it!
They
Because you remember the call signals, you know when to call and what to call to get safe passage to the island without getting your shit shot.
So what you're telling me is we have one of their boats, we can crew it with our own people, slip in, and then deploy an amphibious landing.
My goodness, the dice gods want the
Oh
GM
my
hard time.
god.
A natural 20. My god.
Yep.
Is our next team just gonna be D-Day operation? Is that literally
Yes,
what's gonna happen?
with air support too. Leaf. I also have the flying. I also have the powered gliders now too. I got all of them.
This is Primo Victoria.
We can make a catapult to launch our guys off the deck if we have to. Yeah. So.
The guy's god just wants his family to die.
The dice gods want this family gone and erased. And
Yeah.
by God, we're gonna do it.
Yep.
So with that's going on, Ty.
Yep.
So how are we gonna execute them, Seawall? Is it by hanging?
Oh yeah, it'll be done by hanging. Though executed in quotes. We're gonna fake their deaths. They're more valuable to us alive.
Well, there's only one. Well, technically, two members left. The mother and the brother-in-law.
Yeah.
Well, with that also going on, Ty, I'm gonna check how's our recruitment or training for the gearman, and also how is the drill sergeant from Hell's training going?
Let's just say this: you can literally know those wars that Monday is pretty much breaking up. You can literally send
Yeah.
a couple of your gearmen to the wars now, and they'd be just fine.
So what you're saying is the gearman being trained for this drill sergeant from Hell is making them a very elite force and very much not qualified, but more experience at dealing with demons.
Demons, devils, hell creatures, like giant kaiju monsters. She's trained them for everything.
Oh, this unit's getting a special name. That's
Yes.
growing. Let's see. Let's why don't we call them the Hell's Bane? Hell's Bane.
I love it.
Yeah.
The unit called the Hell's Bane. A unit so feared that even Hell itself quakes with the other mention of their name.
Yep. And I know what the Hell's Bane should help us out with. They need to be trained on aquatic operations anyway.
She's already doing that as well.
Let's put into practice.
Like I said, just like she did in the Paladin, or she trained them for everything under the sun. She doesn't want any gaps when they when they leave for her academy.
Yep. So I has idea. We
I was like, this is literally why it takes 6 months compared to your Gimmin's 1 month.
weeks. Our training is basically standard military training for kind of World War One era
Yeah.
at this point. So yeah, so this new unit, which also I'm imagining I've been making sure to have propagandize against magic as hardcore as I can.
To an extent, you can't exactly propagandize them because you can't exactly completely propagandize him because the head trainer is pretty much a paladin, so by default,
Yeah.
she has magic. She uses magic as well.
Yeah. But hey, at the end of the day, it's like it's one of those. They're an elite shock troop, Ty. That's what they are, elite shock troops. So we'll load them up with the best equipment. We'll and then how many? So Ty, how many tanks and zeppelins do I have so far?
Zeppelins is a new thing, so I'm going to say about 5. Tanks, oh god.
Which means I can only take 5 tanks with me. 5 of the squalls.
Yeah.
Yep. So they'll be loaded up with the steam. Each of them has 1 steam cannon, 3 machine guns, and a forward-mounted flamethrower. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. One of the machine guns is pennant mounted on the front. One of the machine guns is on a turret on the top, so that an external person can utilize it. And the third one is coax with the main cannon. So
I'm going to have to fun. I have to have some fun making the mercenaries.
yeah, we're about to Panama Canal their fucking ass. Panama Canal in the 80s their asses.
And it's just in the background, the good old training people about medical stabilization and triage.
Oh yeah. With that, Ty, with Nameless now running the program, are we now having actual? Instead of they'll still have a weapon, but their main job are medics. Like, how is our combat medics doing?
Oh, they're doing fine now.
Like, Nameless? What is the level you trained them at? Like, I'm guessing they're like.
I'm basically train them there to the point where they are able to at least handle a standard sidearm as well as dealing with basic. If someone's bleeding out, they'll be able to stabilize them for sure. It's just that for long-term treatment, that'll be handled at a more dedicated facility.
So what you're telling me is, minus the pacifism, you're making every medic a Desmond Dawes.
A metaculture, I see.
Ironically, the one that's most qualified is the one that's not going to do it as much because her boyfriend is a freelance paladin. So, well, it's like her husband is a freelance paladin. So
So with the
because
trade,
because Pamba was a field medic, was pretty much a field medic for our adventure party. So she knows like how to handle a gun, how to handle a knife, and how to turn medicine into deadly poison if necessary. The only problem is she's not going to do it because her husband is a freelance paladin.
Yep. So okay, so the ship that we've got that's theirs,
Yeah.
we're going to strip out everything that we don't need on board. We're going to dump the cannons. We'll replace them with like lightweight wooden mock-ups to reduce weight as much as we can. There'll be very little. There'll be no powder on board, no cannonballs, none of that. Instead, we're going to convert one of the decks into being able to fit our landing vehicles. And on the top deck, under tarps, are going to be custom-made vehicles. And you want to know what their purpose is, Ty?
What?
They're landing craft that are disposable. Yep. Basically, one-shot landing craft, similar to the boats of World War II. They'll be lowered in with the troops that are going with us. So we have the 5 tanks going forward, and then additional units following just behind us. So, who's
Did we-
who's ready for Normandy?
Probably next session because I do have to. So we're just
Yeah,
like
yeah. This is
preparing.
definitely the next session, such that they
Yeah.
make
Yeah.
make the mercenaries, make the mercenary
Yeah.
captain, make mercenary wizards, mercenary what to call it,
Yep.
and actually
And,
have a stack sheet for Mrs. Flory.
Also,
And,
how much of the have I been able to figure out? Because I know we can produce it, not in large amounts, but we can produce the anti-magic serum that can be injected, or yeah, I think it's injected. Have we come up with a gasified form of it yet? Since I have had what's her name working on that for a while now, the middle-aged elf chick I captured. Yep.
Actually, by now she probably figured it out by now.
Got it. Can I whip a gas shell that can be fired out of our steam cannons?
That you have to make a check for.
Craft machinery.
Yep.
How's a 68 sound?
Make one more craft machinery check, and the tens number will be how many things you make. So 6 shells.
6 shells?
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. So I'm guessing I could spread over a decently wide area. Plus, we'll probably have grenade canisters. So, yep. That should help us shut down mages, boys. But, Jim Pan,
Hopefully, I don't get hit from fire with it.
Here's a gas mask. You, gas mask. All of us, gas masks.
One more fun thing, Chimpan.
Yep.
Make a performance check to see if you remember by heart Grande's song to shut down. You only remember a few verses. I'm sorry.
I can roll lite grann.
Yeah, is to remember Grande's song to pretty much negate.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm looking for
No,
looking
no
for a
point.
40. Yeah, I'm looking for a 40 or higher. I'm sorry. Remember, obviously that's a very powerful spell to make you think, to pretty much fuck with your brain enough.
Yep. So, what are we going to call this? What is the name of this operation, guys?
the name for this operation.
Yeah, needs a name.
I really want to steal the name of just
Well, you
Operation
said the last name
Overlord.
is Flores, correct, Ty? Which means flowers.
Yeah. Pretty much French for flower.
Yeah, French for flower. Okay, then why not call it Operation Garden Pruning?
Yes, and see, well, my guy will come up to you.
Yep.
And say, well, of this landing operation, William, I also propose something that I think you might like. Before the landing, at least in 30 minutes or an hour before landing, we at least have special people move in, disable any defenses to make it easier for the landing and
Think
cause further.
some of your shadows can slip in? We can. It won't be easy to get them in, but we might be able to.
I'm willing to take that risk, and if it does succeed, this will reduce their reinforcements and communication, so we have more of a surprise.
We'll send them in with semi-disposable vehicles. They just need to pull the they'll just need to pull the backpack boiler and the backpack boiler and they'll have to plug in a backpack boiler for one of their units. Then and then pull one of these, and I slide across the table. An upgrade you've seen I put into my vehicles before that makes them completely silent. Should make it hard to detect.
That would be useful, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And further, Ty, do we have more gearmen after recruitment, after the training?
Oh yeah.
How many more gearmen do we have to add to our ranks?
Because the train is longer, it's going to be slower. So about 100.
Ty, we need to be talking in the thousands. We're building an army to take over nations.
Okay, basic training is 1,000. The like Aurora training is pretty much a couple of hundred. So you have 1,000 gearmen that are ready to go. But if you want like the elite gearmen, then that's going to be in the hundreds.
Yeah, and for this operation, it's going to be as many people as we can kind of reasonably squeeze on the ship. And Leaf,
Yeah.
we're going to need those rations. We're going to need those rations.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how many Ty do you say now was done with that like regular gearmen?
Regular gearmen, 2,000.
So we
Like
have
elite gearmen, 250.
We're not going to need a massive team for this. We have 5 tanks. I'm thinking no more than 100 of our specialists with us, and that's going to be tight on our escape. But they should fit in the dirigibles, since 5 of them are coming. So, yeah. And Ty, to extend the range with the dirigibles, we'll have ships off the coast that they can kind of that they can land on. So we're not going to have 100 people in 5 dirigibles for the days to return.
So total numbers, Ty. I'm running these numbers to you.
Mhm.
The total number of gearmen at home. This is just at home. Is 2,700.
Yeah.
And we have then 250 elite gearmen with
Yeah.
50 gearmen
The Hell's gearmen.
Yep.
with
Hell's
50 gearmen in Hope Valley, and then 300 elsewhere. Now, how many more snipers were we able to get? I know they take a while, but were we able to get any more snipers?
I'd say about 10 more snipers. 10. Actually, no, not 10 more snipers. I'd say 100 more snipers.
100?
Yes. Do it. Do it.
All right, Ty. We now have 132 snipers.
All right. By the way, should I be rolling for how many people are heavily trained in being field doctors or combat medics?
The medical field.
Go ahead.
What does he have to roll?
Just
Heal
roll me a
check?
D100.
All right. Any bonuses for my heal check?
No, just straight D100.
Yep.
45
Combat medics.
45 fully trained field doctors.
Combat
Nice.
medics, but yeah.
Yep.
Usually there's different types of doctors. It's either field surgeons, triage, or combat medics.
Yep. And we're going in with medics. You can be the field surgeon for this operation. We only have 100 so people, so you'll have a handful of medics underneath you.
All right. So the
And
numbers.
guess what, Nameless? You get to be in the tank with me. Do you want to use the flamethrower?
Yes, Flammenwerfer go foosh.
Because it doesn't take any special training, to be honest. It's point and shoot.
Boy, Kira's gonna have a fun time with this next session.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Kiri's gonna be on
Because remember, he's going to try to bring both him, his horse, and he's going to bring his cat. He's going to bring this tiger out of retirement.
Yeah.
For the sole purpose of ripping the Fleur family once and for all.
I will say,
yeah.
So the way I'm managed to find is, I would probably be on the beaches first, but I would be behind the lines doing sabotage.
Nice.
Then the first wave is Kiri leading a bunch of gearmen, and then with that would be Seawall and Nameless.
In the tank.
And Jimpan with the 5 tanks and the landing craft with another 100 or so with about 100 guys of our most elite.
Hopefully it doesn't turn into a Bay of Pigs.
They don't know we're coming.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Hopefully it doesn't.
Yeah. Also, I would like to note, these guys have magic, yes. I have 6 shells of bye-bye magic. We're about to commit war crimes, guys. War crimes.
Well, war crimes versus war crimes. Because I'm going to straight tell you right now, if their eye gets attacked, they're going to use the slaves as human shields just to get close to kill you.
Yeah. Well, we have machine guns, so
Yeah, like I said, they're just going to use the slaves as human shields. You have to pick them up and run towards the machine gun fire. Shred the slaves to bits, but enough to get to get to machine guns.
Ty, we have 5 of these tanks. Did you know what back scratching is?
Actually, inform me.
In the Vietnam War, this was originally done by the British, but the Americans also adopted it. Sorry, Korean War. My bad. Korean War. The Chinese were able to overwhelm the machine guns and climb on tanks. So what the tankers did, they scratched each other's backs. They opened up with the machine guns and the guys trying to get on the tanks.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm just used
and
to watching your back to watching your back.
No. Back scratch. Yeah, these are armored tanks. These bullets aren't going to do shit to them. So we've got these tanks, operating and covering each other, plus infantry on the ground supporting them. It's going to be pretty nasty for the enemy to try to get through all that.
I also Seawall shoot. Since you have tanks, um, should you also work on a certain special round that tanks could fire, called a beehive shell?
Haven't figured that one out yet, so canister shot's not exactly figured out. I've got high
No,
explosive.
no. It's not canister shot. Do you know what the beehive round is?
Oh, is that the one that the object had that the Marines got to play with?
No, hold on.
Yeah.
I will send you. Anyways, don't look it up because. All right, check in. Ty's Pathfinder.
Yes.
Look what's.
Yeah. It's full of flechettes. Yeah, I haven't figured that one out yet. That's on the list though. Here. Oh, Ty. How many full round actions does it take to reload the our little steam cannons since they're breech loaders? Is it two full round It would take a full round action from 2 people to do it.
If it's 2 people, I'll say 1 action. If it's 1 person, 2 actions.
Yeah. Full round action. Because I've got I've got a reloader that I put on my vehicle, so it gives it the ability to reload one. Gives it the ability to handle one of those reloads. So we have a gun tender, and then we have got a gunner. So we have a gunner and an assistant gunner. Are you guys ready for Tonk?
Well, I'm about to watch a Buster Call D&D style.
Yeah.
Well, you're about to. Because I won't be on the first wave. I'll be there before the land-ins, causing as much fucking chaos with my shadows. This is a full-blown shadow operation. Every shadow is getting mobilized for this.
That can get here in time.
Dude, the only shadow that I think I have to call back is just my wandering merchant. But I'm just gonna. So, it's gonna take him a couple days to get back, and the traveling bard, but that's it!
Yeah.
Remember,
Nice.
I have a mage
Yeah.
who shoots ice magic, a rogue, and a cleric.
Yep.
I have them working under me.
Yeah.
That rogue is just going to cause so much shit, and he's a former high-level adventurer. He's going to cause so much pandemonium.
Yeah, well, because part of my plan is, depending on how big the entrance is to their bay, if it's small enough, pull an Evergrande or an Evergrande, whatever the hell the name of the ship was. Jam it, and then blow holes in the bottom of the ship to sink it, to cut off the exit for their bay. We obviously deploy before we sink the ship, of course.
And
Everyone.
if I can, Seawall, you bet your sweet ass I'm gonna take one of those forts.
No.
I-
This is a snatch and grab operation. We grab her. We grab anything of value. We load it up into bags of holding effectively. The Zeppelins come in, pick us up. We then quickly go out to sea.
No, Seawall. The cannons can shoot straight or up. The cannons also need to be disabled.
Yeah, that'll be part of the operation.
Yeah, that's why I will be going to basically silence the guns and use that magical cannon to fire the other magical cannon.
Yep. And then once we got the people secured, we all hightail it for the Zeppelins that land, load everyone in, pick us up, fly out to sea where we drop off the excess people onto boats waiting, larger, converted merchant boats of ours. They deploy on there, then they just get a nice quiet ride home.
Yeah, that.
And we leave that place a smoking wreck.
This is gonna be a fun next session.
Yeah, I hope Kiri is here for that because God damn it, that is gonna be fun for him.
Oh, you know what you guys could use? You guys could use a fucking canoe to sneak out there.
They're
Deploy
gonna-
ahead of us, and we just
They're gonna
slow
recognize.
down.
They're gonna shoot the canoe right away. They know that there's only a certain level of ships they know it gets clearance.
Assuming they can fucking see it.
No, Seawall.
Yeah, you got.
Mer-
Yeah, that means next session you got scrap guy roll a stealth check.
No.
Yeah.
Even better, Seawall. We can employ the mermaids. They can get us closer. We don't need
Oh, yeah.
boats. The mermaids can take me in the shadows as
Yeah, we
close
gotta
as they
get-
can.
Yeah, we just need to put water breathing spells on you. I'm sure we got a mage that can do that, or get some water breathing potions for you. No problem.
Literally use the
Oh,
mermaids.
let me introduce myself with my inventory.
Hold on. Do you have the feet make potion by chance, or no?
I purchased my items for full price.
Oh, okay.
Starting gear. Yeah.
Got it. So you got some water breathing potions.
Yes.
We are nameless. I think this is more fun because now my shadows are not only just like secret assassins and spies working directly like to help William's cause, but now we're also commandos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all you have to do for your gear is just have each of you have a bag of holding with your stuff in it, because water's not going to get into it. So basically, we basically put you in leather diving suits and call it good. So
And sneak onto the shore at night, moving in to silence the guns before the main operation.
yeah, and all you're doing is you have you have a couple of mermaids do the whole like over shoulder thing and swim with you. They let you go and they slip off out to sea.
Yeah.
I love starting gear.
Well, I'm gonna get wandering, guys. I'll see y'all later. I'm gonna figure out some food
All
to
right.
get a nap.
Ty, can I do one more thing?
Go ahead.
I like to do more recruitment for shadows. So I'm gonna say 3 individuals. So probably through our scout and everything, we probably have like 3 individuals of interest that may want to join. So I'll each go up to them independently, asking them if they're interested in joining a cause much greater to help
Okay,
further
so obviously,
William's goal.
the deal. Gonna roll 3-4. If it's 3 or 4, that means all of them join.
Can I put a caveat to that?
Go
Can
ahead.
it be a D20 with assistance because William's propaganda and everything? Because remember, I'm recruited within our borders of citizens who have been almost indoctrinized. So would that be a little advantage in them saying, "Yeah, I want to further his goals in any way I can"?
Go ahead. You roll the D4 though, with the advantage.
You said D4
Sorry, D20.
with advantage, so we'll do +5. Oh wait, no, never mind.
By the way, how's it going for the whole business? I assume we're a major hit through all our bars.
Let's
right.
just say this. Hope Hope Valley, even though obviously they don't drink alcohol, their bar is flooded. And
Just
it,
ask for ice cream.
and the 3 bars you have in Rose Kingdom. Oh, you let's just say this. Let me pull up one of the what's it called for a second. Steam
I, I,
Reserve.
I already have a name, nameless.
What?
Dairy Kings. And like the logo, it's the Dairy Queen logo, but instead of like the normal logo, we have the background of it, but it's the character drawings of me, you, and Kiri, and us wearing crowns.
So obviously this is your freezer right here. Like half it's filled with ice cream right now. I only say half because customers are literally walking in, taking the ice cream, and then going right around to this desk where they want to say, "Hey, you want to shut up for the Gearman?"
Oh, yeah. I can imagine like the ice cream is an incentive because like it's because it's so closely the ice cream business is so closely tied to the Gearman. They imagine like here's the thing I actually think of doing actually. Gearmen get a special discount for the ice cream. The
A,
up
mili-
tier
a military discount
30% discount off the bat.
if you're a soldier for the Gearmen.
Yes.
Why did you sign up? I signed up for the ideology. I signed up to make a place a better place. I signed up for the free ice cream. Uh, so yeah, I'm thinking the logo is Dairy Kings, and it's me, a painted of like me, Kiri, and Nameless with crowns as kings, looking over.
The ice
Also,
cream land, like a little bit of an iconography of ice cream land or something like that.
yeah, and Ty, that was an 18.
By the way, should I be? I keep on
uh,
forgetting.
but I was
Should I
about to
roll
say,
from?
yeah, you crewed 2 of 3.
Two out of, okay, what are the two like their backgrounds?
That I have to think about. Sorry, I'm
All
too
right,
busy.
and
I'm going to be busy making, or at least upgrading mercenaries, making mercenary captain, actually having Mrs. Flurry's character sheet as well as with one of Claire spells, as well as making a map and finding another mansion map.
okay. For that one that refused to join, um,
You don't have to worry about him. The one that refused to join was very old, and old age pretty much got him. He's like, listen, I'd love to join, but I don't have many days left, unfortunately.
yeah, we probably scouted him as like he was probably a very not famous, but a little bit well-known adventurer that would have suited our goals, but due to yeah, maybe like a adventure took a toll on him.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be in a happy. Yeah. I just realized something. Should I be rolling for my disguise since I'm still pretending to be human?
Oh yeah, because I still have my shadows surveying you. Let's do
Yeah.
this.
So rolling disguise. Let me double check.
Disguise versus my perception.
Yeah. So you got to beat a. So how much
Yeah,
is
go ahead.
the So what does Kitsune get exactly? I keep on forgetting Kitsune.
If you scroll up nameless, you should be able to see your disguise checks further.
No,
Uh,
I meant as in like I forgot to include my bonus for being Kitsune and bonus
no, I'm
for
scroll
the
up.
hat.
Yeah, hold on, I'm
Great
scrolling up, trying to
Greater
find it.
Disguise is hat of disguise greater is a +10, I believe. So that is a factor. Kitsune, here it is. All right, let me just find out real quick. What is the racial bonus? Change shape. +10 racial bonus, and then there's another +10 for the. So that's a 37, I think. Yeah, let me double check my sheet for the current bonuses. So that's 2 plus 20. So yeah, a 37.
Yeah.
The dice, given the dice, give us
Take it.
more.
This is a game me and Amos are always gonna have, where I will always
Be
that it's just
watching him, but you're never gonna find out
well,
because it's
no,
literally like
he's not
like
thinking you're a fucking kitsune. He's just thinking that he's making sure that you're gonna be loyal to the cause.
yeah, like you don't even know anything about him because it's just the disguise is too hard for you to detect through. Like I think the only way you'll ever be able to detect him is if he gets a nat 1 because yeah, I think the only way you'll be able to detect is with a nat 1 I get. Because now I'm noticing the difference between skill level. Yeah, it's a oh god. Yeah, you need a nat 1 to beat my disguise. Oh boy.
Uh, I'm s- I'm sorry. Just the just the thought of the recruitment ad of why'd you sign up? I signed up for the ice cream.
I mean, yeah, in honesty, I feel like the ice cream would be a bit of a motivation at this point because literally no one else
Well,
has the ice cream.
Hope
And
Valley is also a massive farming area, so
so for
people
dairy,
have
oh that's probably gonna be our main
no,
source of getting ice cream.
no farm fields, mainly crops, but they have like a decent number, and that's so that welcomed you know working on the fields in the scorching heat. You go to the tavern, get a nice cup of vanilla ice cream, it cools your day. I think that's it for the session, Ty.
I'm pretty sure it is.
There, we got to prepare for a landing operation. I got to prepare for a commando raid, and we got to do the executions. Oh my god! So much is happening. I'm still laughing that I rolled a nat 20 for helping make ice cream.
A nut 20 for having to make ice cream, Jim Pamper, and nut 20 to remember where the call signals are.
We aren't we just little stinkers?
The dice guys want to tell their own story.
Uh, hey, Nameless, you up for some hoy?
Anyway, I'll check you guys out later. I'm about to cool off with some air conditioning. Peace.
Yep, take care.